Okay, to make the ginger candy, I first start with 5 quarts of water, and I bring to a boil. And I take fresh ginger root, and using a spoon, I just scrape all the skin off of it. Then using a sharp knife, I take the ginger root, I slice it in half, and then slice it in half again, and then I begin to dice it into decent sized chunks, not too thick. And then when I have all my ginger all diced up, ready to go, I throw it in the pot and begin to boil. So after dicing 1.5 pounds of ginger, I now have it in the pot, bringing it to a full boil. I'll let this come to a complete boil and let it run for about 15 minutes before I add sugar. Let the ginger go through a full boil until the water level drops down to about half pot. What you're doing by boiling this down is you're getting the spiciness out of the ginger pieces, and you're actually building it up into the water level. So what you want to do is reduce the spice from the ginger, and you're going to create a syrup from the water. So you create a more spicy syrup, and the ginger becomes more palatable as a candy. And later when you add the sugar goes into the syrup, and then the pieces will absorb it as well. Then I add 2 cups of sugar. And as it boils down, I'll taste the water, and if it needs more, add more to taste. Let it keep cooking down. I've now added another cup of sugar, so I'm up to 3 cups. When you get down at this level, it's time to get ready to pour off most of the liquid into the syrup. You'll save this for making teas, but still leave just enough liquid in there for the pieces to remain wet. Okay, after the pour off, you can see that I've gotten roughly 2 quarts of the strong concentrated ginger syrup for use in the teas. And now what I've done is I've left just enough liquid in the pot to keep the pieces wet, and I'm going to continue boiling them just a little bit longer so that the sugars concentrate in the pieces. And then I'm going to lay the pieces out on tin foil in a preheated oven at 200 degrees and just let the pieces dry out, and then the remaining syrup in here I'll pour into the jars. And then when the pieces dry, I'll have ready to go, ready to eat ginger candy. Then when most of the liquid is all gone from the remaining ginger pieces, I keep it on low heat still. I take a little bit of sugar and I sprinkle it over the pieces, and then I stir them up. I'm going to do this 2 or 3 times to make sure the pieces get nicely glazed, and then I will lay the pieces out to dry. Just a light coating of sugar, and then keep turning it. Okay, once your pieces are ready to dry out, take them out, preheat your oven, lay out your tin foil, and then spread it out evenly so that it's not all clumped up. And once it's all spread out, allow it to dry. Right now I've got the oven heated up to 250 degrees. I'm going to put it in there for like 10-15 minutes and then drop the heat, and then just let the natural heat of the oven dehydrate them, and the pieces by morning should be perfect and ready to go. And there you go. And now they've been in the oven all night, first on low heat, then on no heat, and they've dried out completely. And oh, they're delicious. Okay, they're perfect. They're done. That's what they look like. Go mix them. Enjoy. And the best way I find to make a tea with this stuff is take a half a cup of water, boil it, steep your tea bag in it, and then the second half fill with the ginger syrup. And that's That makes a really, really nice ginger tea, and it's a combination of tea and the ginger.